there, Sandra here from Create in Spain, and today I want to show you how you can make something like this for your Christmas tree, or indeed just to hang from the ceiling if that's what you feel inclined to do. But I don't tend to go for ceiling decorations, and the Christmas tree could do with a few new ones, so I've made this one. Now this is obviously suitable for quite a large tree because of the size, but you can make them smaller if that's what you want to do. Now this particular one I had to use a hot glue gun to glue it together because it's a metallic card and normal glues really don't stick to that sort of surface that well. But what I'm going to do is to show you how it's done on a normal piece of card like this. Now the other thing that you might notice with this is that I've embossed it. Now I embossed it just with a stencil that I had cut, and most of the time when we do embossing we tend to do embossing on cards and things, but there's absolutely no reason why you shouldn't be able to do embossing on your three-dimensional projects as well. So this is what the shape looks like when it's flattened out, so this is pretty easy to do. If you are going to emboss your design, what I suggest you do is to do all the folding of your score lines and really fold them well before you put it through the embossing machine. The reason is that once you've got it embossed, quite often your score lines, unless they are actually dashed cut lines, kind of disappear a bit and you won't be able to see them very easily. So do it while you can still see them, and then your embossing won't be ruined by you trying to find score lines where they're all hidden. So this is pretty simple to put together. I've got some glue which I've put into a fine tipped tube. Glue it like so. Now it's up to you how you want to hang this from a tree. Whether you want to use a ribbon, whether you want to use a piece of wire or whatever. Now if you don't happen to have any wire hanging around, you might well have these. I've got coloured paper clips, happens to match that. Doesn't have to, just a silver one or a gold one would have done. And so what you want to do is to straighten out part of it, but leave one end simply hooked and straighten out the rest. Now what I've got, and what I strongly suggest you get yourself, is a pair of these round nosed pliers. They are completely rounded, they're not rounded on one side and flat on the inside. They're really handy for making things like loops. Now I want to make a fairly large loop because I want it to stay in there, so I'm going to wrap it around part way. Grab it again, wrap it around, so I've got a loop to grip that. Whoops. I can, as I would if I hadn't overlapped it, there we go. Grip it there and bend it so that this is going to go in there, or at least it would if I hadn't already glued it. Okay, so I need to straighten that out. If I hold it with these, this will probably give me a better grip. I should be able to poke it through the top. There we go. Better grip with the pliers. So then you have this. You can trim it if you want to. I don't actually need that foot length, so I will trim off the bit that was already bent. Don't know where that went. No doubt the vacuum cleaner will find it at some point. And now all I need to do is to wrap that around. Wrap it around a little bit more than that. There we go. And I have a hook on the top. So the bottom of it, you need to add your glue. Now you can do this with a hot glue gun if you like. I do have a fine tipped hot glue gun. Sometimes hot glue grips so fast that you end up getting in a mess, even more of a mess than I can get myself into with normal glue. And you're going to have to hold it in place until it's done. Now, To make this one, you simply make 2 of these and glue them together in the middle. And then you can add a decorative beading or ribbon or whatever else it is that you like to hide that seam. So it works quite well. And I've added a little bow at the top. Now this one, I've decided, I know it's embossed and it's going to cover it up. I just think it'll look really cute. I'm going to wrap this yarn around it. So I will start at the top and just work my way down and cover it completely with the yarn. So there we have our chenille wrapped Christmas tree. I think that looks pretty good. So here are my 2 decorations, different ideas from the same file. I did use some extra glue on these gems because they're self-adhesive ones, and self-adhesive gems won't stick to this kind of situation for very long. I'll have to test them later on and see whether I've got them stuck firmly or not. But I think it's come out rather nicely, and it's a bit of fun to hang a tree on tree. Which one do you prefer? Let me know in the comments below. I hope you'll join me again soon in another video. Take care now.